Hello Reddit, hello YouTube, hello other owners of Vega64 graphics cards that just about never work the way I want it to work. I have the reference Gigabyte Vega64 card. The warranty has now expired, so I'm not sure how much messing around I'm going to do with it. Maybe convert the fans to something else, even though heat's not really an issue with this one. So I've had this card probably about a year and a half, 2 years now. Had so many problems with it. Crashing, like Division 2 would crash quite a bit. And you tweak the settings and then it's okay, but even then frame rates are pretty bad. I then left it for a while, just didn't play Division. I have a Corsair CX850M power supply. I've got right now a Ryzen 5 1600 AF running on a Gigabyte OS B450 Elite. I've got a Samsung Evo 970, I want to say. 250 gig NVMe. I've got a Western Digital Black SN 750 500 gig NVMe. I've got a Samsung 850 Pro 1TB solid state drive. I've got a 4TB Iron Wolf, and I have a Corsair H100 ISE Platinum RGB, whole bunch of acronyms, abbreviations, whatever. Not that cases matter, but I've tried it in 3 different cases. At the moment, I have 2 120s at the front as intakes. I've got a 120 at the back as an exhaust. I've got the 2 LL120s on the Corsair AIO as an exhaust in a push. And for some reason, the NZXT 410 Phantom has a fan on the base, and that's blowing out. The power supply is currently pointing downwards, so the fan is sucking in from the desk and out through the back. This is the third case. I had it in an NZXT S340 Elite for a while. That was when it was running on a 4790K. Both machines have 16 gigs of RAM. The graphics drivers right now are, we can open it up. The graphics driver right now is the 20.9.2. It is the Adrenaline version. It's not Enterprise, even though I have tried an Enterprise. That's just not working. And just, it is so frustrating when you have spent so much time and so much money getting the stuff to work. It's just so like disheartening. Like, it's time for upgrade. I could do it, so I did it. I got the AMD stuff to match up with the Vega. Just like keep it all together. Not sure how good these stats are. Is there anything anywhere that can let's make this bigger? Will it give me more information? Okay, so the games I've run recently is Control, and that's where I'm having my biggest yeah, I want to be pleasant about it. That is currently where the bane of my existence is right now with this bloody thing. Um, like Fortnite, I'm not sure if it's going to show it here. That's my average FPS in Fortnite, and it's tweaked, and I'm streaming at the same time. In I don't know the accuracy of these things. Far Cry 5, uh, so just about 60 frames per second. Last night I played 85 minutes without any issues. Before that, I had just played Fallout 4, um, averaging 133. Okay, so on the monitor side of things, the one monitor is an AOC 27G to G4 running on DisplayPort at 154 Hertz. The global setting for FreeSync is off. Um, the other monitor, both monitors do exactly the same issue. The other monitor is a LG 29-inch ultra wide thing. Um, like here, I want to be able to play Legion, um, and I don't even want to go into the game until I've got this like sussed, because it's just gonna be so disheartening. You see, now that's playable. Um, that's not my total time. My total time is about 100 hours. Um, so what we're going to do now, um, there is... Do I even play Fall Guys on this computer? No. I'm going to do a recording that I did. I'm going to play a recording now that I was doing as like a monitor to see how this thing would go. Amnesia I played recently. Doesn't seem to record anything. Odyssey is probably going to be like 2 frames a second, but I haven't actually played it yet on this. Okay. Doesn't look like those were too much. This I've played quite a bit. See, now that's still like playable. You can actually like launch the game and play the game. And yeah, I just don't know anymore. Like it should work. A game that just crashes with no like explanation, no nothing. I wasn't streaming when this happened. I only had the second monitor on that was doing the recording of the screen that you're going to see shortly. It's just like I'm just at the point of or just about giving up. Get rid of this thing. Go back to Xbox One X. This card is supposed to be good. And like the whole argument of AMD drivers. Yeah, the articles I'm reading, the guys are talking about 17, 18. We're on 20 now. And it shouldn't be like this. Why? Windows is like stabilized now, for the most part. It's just like, why? Why is it like this? I just saw now I'm not on 20H2, but I doubt that's going to make any difference. It's just like, I'm not sure if I want 28. Yeah, it's just, why? Anyway, to the crux of it, has anyone actually got this to work? Because, yeah, I've undervolted, I've checked those on every time I play the game. I've just done the OC and UV, and still having issues. Does anybody have any more ideas on what I can do here? I didn't want to type out a whole long post on this. Want you guys to hear the desperation that is coming from me right now. Now, if you do the calculations to dollars or sterling or whatever, you'll be shocked at how much I've actually had to plow into this thing over the last few years. And it's just really sapping my will to play games. Or like, so our currency is rand, okay? So this card was bought 3 years ago. I've had it for 2 of those years, and the invoice for that is 14,000 rand. So if you convert that in today's currency, that is the equivalent of 870 US dollars. Now, I'm not sure what current cards cost. That's obviously not a fair comparison. I'm not sure what the 1070 cost at that time, but that's what it costs for us. We get pretty screwed on pricing on components and stuff. But here's the actual video of what happened just now. I'm going to play it now and chat on the other side. Alright, so we've done the changes in the AMD software, the overclock and the manual undervolt. Well, both manual. Used a guide by MX5 Klein on AMD page for Reddit. These are the changes that have been made. There's the overclock. Not much on the fan, but quite a lot of cooling in the machine. Power limit plus 50%. This has been increased. I had increased this, but it crashed. This on the memory. I might try to tweak that some more, depending on what it looks like. So I'm going to play control now. And there's the undervolt there. Is that the undervolt? No, there's the undervolt. And it looks like they match. So I'm going to launch control now. I'm not going to record the gameplay as well. If we conclude this, we'll play for hopefully more than 25 minutes, probably 30 minutes. And if it works, then no one will ever see this video. If it doesn't work, this whole thing will crash, and I'm not sure what will happen on the recording, if it'll close itself off or what. Not quite sure how you stop it, but I'm launching control now. It's 9:06 p.m. Yeah, control's already picked up that there was stuff up with the save game, so I'm going to try and fix that. Don't know where I am in the game, so I've restarted this game so many times now. That audio was going somewhere else. Okay, so I'm playing the game now. Well, it's loading in. The labels on the fans are not correct at the moment. I just put them in and I didn't actually reconfigure the Commander Pro labels. Loading the game now, continuing the game. It's loading. Where it's got 0 RPMs for those fans on the board, that's because nothing's plugged in. Okay, so I'm playing the game now. CPU clock is going up to 140. Every time I move the mouse, it changes. GPU load is at 97. Power draw, you see there, 163, 159, 163. Okay, So the last game I played lasted 25 minutes. Safe room intercom. See now, yeah, so I've lost my save point, which I'd already done this section of the game. She's talking right now. Might just enable that. Okay, so power draw 150. Apparently hotspot is okay. That's acceptable. Keeping an eye on that power draw there. The Radeon VEGA64 is in a 220 watt position. The 220 watt BIOS. So CPU looks happy. Fans are at 750 RPM. Not much load on the CPU on this. I don't know what the liquid cooler is using as its temperature gauge. 12 volts looking good, 5 volts okay. Look at that, 3.3 volt. What is that supposed to be? But that's a commander and I haven't had it plugged in. When it's been doing this. This has been going on for a long time, long before the commander. So that's where it crashes. 3 minutes and 33 seconds. So it didn't really even get to play the game at all. So I've gotten to the point now where I'm like, just what do I do? I really want this thing to work. It's like Team Red all the way. But with the amount of money invested in this PC that I've done over the last few years, especially this year, I want it to work. And my 780 that I had before this, GTX 780, not even a TI, didn't have any of these kind of issues. So I'm coming in wanting it to beg on these on Reddit or YouTube or anywhere. Does anybody have a working solution for this? I've got the using the so on the power supply, using the two the ports on the modular, so having one up here, one down there, using fairly decent Corsair cables. So I'm currently testing with a different power supply, but here's the CX850M. So I've got one on each. I'm busy testing with a different power supply at the moment. So the two 8-pins there. Then these are genuine Corsair premium braided cables. They're nice and thick. Like really, really good quality stuff. That did help a bit. I want to put the CX850 back in. But as you can see there, At no point, I don't think the card went over 170 watt power draw. And also, I don't think it was running at such a high wattage when it did actually end up tanking. And I just don't know anymore. I've looked at so many guides on the interwebs on how to actually make this thing work. And yeah, so please, if anybody has any ideas on how they made this work, what I can do to make it work, I'd be seriously grateful. And yeah, I think that's it for now. Yeah, any ideas? I'd be so grateful. Looking forward to hearing from anybody. Sorry for the length of this. It's just you can't speak your mind or say what you want to say. I don't think clearly in just a forum reply. It's much easier to talk freely like this. I'm on Discord, stream on Twitch. So if anyone has any ideas, could you give me a holler on the reply, make a comment on this video, and I'll let you know what my Discord is, and then we can maybe chat or something. But I have to get this thing working. It's been too long now, and this poor little guy is just not getting the use it should be getting. And also, yeah, the GPU tack does do its business, and it gets quite high when I'm playing. But yeah, there he is. Just want him to work. Please, work. Thank you, Reddit. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, Facebook owner pages if I find one. But thank you.